For reflection on the NHL season so far, Leafs have played 51 games. This will be 52 with 30 to go after this.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, give me a surprise team from the NHL.
My number one surprising team?
Yeah.
Winnipeg.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mostly because...
Just didn't expect they'd be good?
No. I mean, week into the season, we buried them. We talked about Blake Wheeler being done and trading Scheifele and blowing it up and Hellebuck and all this stuff. And they're really good. 2
votes here for me. New Jersey Devils. Didn't think they'd be this good. But the biggest one, the Kraken.
Yeah, I guess the Squids are pretty surprising.
Squids are first in the Pacific right now. They were god-awful last year. They added Burakovsky and Bjorkstrand, and now they're...
To me, that's on a knife's edge.
I agree with that statement.
I look at that division, and I think Edmonton,
I am like moving passionately towards the Edmonton Oilers maybe potentially being the cup favorite out of that side.
If I'm looking at the West, the team that would scare me the most would be the Oilers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody's any good.
What a gross
layout
of a
who are you really
league.
Who are you really afraid of? I guess Colorado.
So Colorado gets healthy and you go, okay, they're still Colorado.
They're still Colorado, but they're not what they were last year.
No.
You know, like their goaltending's not as good as it was last year.
They
don't have
Kadri.
Like I know they still have excellent. They're
very, very good.
They have Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon and Ranton and all those guys still play for them, right? Yeah. So they're probably going to be okay. But I think if they
second best player in the league, Cale Makar.
If they were to play in a series, I think it's a different series. You're not playing Mike Smith. You have the option of Jack Campbell. Say what you will about him. He's been better recently. And then you have Stu Skinner too. Like you have a different
NHL All-Star Stu Skinner.
Yeah. You have a different, he's got an All-Star mustache too. So I would say that they are probably, I'm looking at them as a favorite. And having said that, you talk about the Squids being, they have 63 points. I understand that they're in there, but that's tight. They go on a 3 or 4 game losing streak and then everybody starts getting hot. Like nothing is settled in the West.
No, and
really
I also think that when you're a team that doesn't have elite players, I think their top scorer for Seattle is like 75th in the league. I think it's Wenberg or Bjorkstrand or one of those names.
Yeah. I think it's the guy that, isn't it Burakovsky? Isn't it the guy that got the offseason?
Isn't that Bjorkstrand as well?
I don't know.
This is exactly what we're talking about.
It seems like all the same guy.
Yeah, they're all a bunch of those guys. Yeah. So my point is that when games get tight and you need a game breaker and you don't have any game breakers, I think they're going to be in tough.
They're in first in the Pacific, but they are 6 points up on a playoff spot.
Yeah,
and the last playoff spot is being fought between Colorado and Calgary. So it's like they are nothing is settled for them.
No.
Like even close.
Not even close.
So I think they're surprising. I would say that they're a really good story, but that goaltending situation, like to me, there's a recipe for it to go sour for them.
Yeah. You had Burakovsky, by the way, leading the team, 48 games played. How many points?
I'm going to say 38.
39.
Okay.
Eberle has 38. Beniers has 36. Dunn is 36.
So they
McCann is 35. Gord is 32.
Balanced.
Yeah, really deep.
McCann.
He's got 23 snipes. Most disappointing team for you this year?
I just want to throw dirt on him. So Sens.
Disappointing.
Yeah. I did a show in the summer.
Yeah.
After they were doing their
they won the summer, didn't they?
And I went on I'm like, they are not, we did it, me and Gunning did our Atlantic Division power rankings. And I'm like, they're going to be second last. They're like, their D core is no good. Their goaltending's no good. And you should have seen the text line.
Oh, really?
Oh, buried. People were tweeting me being like, yeah, they're going to be better than the Leafs. And I was like, listen, say what you will about the Leafs. I'm like, Sens stink. Like they are no good on the back end. And guess what? They are disappointing. They have not been good. They're second to third.
4 straight wins though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still not buying it.
It's not going to matter.
Shout out to my boy, Chris Jetty.
Listen, they are so, yeah, they're, having said all this, no.
Okay. Still out on them.
Yeah.
My most disappointing team is the Columbus Blue Jackets. You know why? They weren't trying to be bad.
No, they weren't.
Chicago was trying to be bad, actively like moving pieces. Montreal's trying to be bad. Chicago signed Johnny Gaudreau.
Columbus
signed Johnny Gaudreau. They gave Line A that deal. Like the plan was not to stink. What's his name? Werenski got a contract. Like they are trying to be competitive, and they are the opposite of competitive. The Philadelphia Flyers are kind of junk, minus 20 goal differential. Yeah, they're 15 points better than the Blue Jackets in the Metro.
Yeah, they're dead last in the league, tied with Chicago. And you look at
And
that.
they weren't trying to be.
Absolutely not. And that is a interesting landing spot for Bedard for me.
Columbus?
Yeah, it's not.
I'll
the
take
worst.
it over Arizona.
Yes.
I'll take it over Montreal.
Montreal.
Well, that's just for our Toronto
Yes.
show's sake.
For me.
Don't need
For
them.
my heart, because I love the kid.
Last place for me is probably Anaheim. I
Yeah.
can't. Well, Arizona or Anaheim. But like, I'm not watching the Ducks at 10:30 play bad games against the Sharks.
And I think Columbus is in a really relevant division where they're playing against relevant teams
Sure.
that are like in the
Time zone.
Like they're
and-
playing against the Rangers, they're playing against the Pens, the
Yeah.
Caps, the Islanders. They're playing against relevant teams. So for
Yeah.
me, that actually is probably the ideal scenario. I would take
Blackhawks, though, be
I would
That'd be
take
fun.
Arizona over Montreal.
Wow.
Sorry, Connor.
bold.